For this assignment, I will be doing an issues comparative study on the islands I was assigned for this semester, which is Hawaii and the Federated States of Micronesia. If I were to describe the issues that are affecting both of these islands that I'll be discussing today, it would be a bunch of rubbish, pun intended, but that is the main issue that I'll be talking about in this video. But uh, pollution may be a big issue, but for this for the purpose of this assignment, I'll be discussing two aspects of pollution that is affecting each of the Hawaii and Micronesia. Let's start off with Hawaii's case, which is when Hawaii's lands are being polluted with being overfilled with land trash or debris that's been on the land, as you can see in this picture, like abandoned cars on the fields, just sitting there, away from the overfill. Anyway, according to a post I found on the Huffington Post, it is said that in Hawaii, 1.6 million pounds of trash has been generated each year. Well, that number could be significantly higher considering how many people travel to the islands, even if it's temporary. That number can be significantly higher. Anyway, with all that trash, it needs to go somewhere to be disposed of. For Oahu, there's only one commonly known gulch area, which is called it's called the Waimanawa Gulch, which is on the southwestern end of Oahu, which is right around here. Yeah, that's the common area that all the trash on this island goes to. That 1.6 million. If that does not say anything, here's a visual image of what goes on over there. Yeah, at this point, I mean, like with that 1.6 million a year, it's becoming too much, and it's overfilling the land that's already given to the gulch. It's already overfilling. Well, I'll discuss more about the solutions after the second issue that's going on in Micronesia. For the second issue in Micronesia, it's instead of like, and they're also dealing with big trash, like physical trash on the land, but they're also dealing with a chemical or toxic type of waste as well. According to a report done by Greenpeace Pacific, there have been concerns for the people on the island that these toxic products that they're using, so like chlorine and all that, in their daily lives, and it can go into it can enter into the water through the sewers. If that happens, and that could ruin the lifestyle of everyone on the island because they rely on water. Most of life requires water, and that's tainted. That can ruin everything. That's what these people are fearing, especially in this report. The report saying that we need to do something about these toxic materials. What are we gonna do about it? Okay. Now that I went over briefly over the issues that's going on in Hawaii and Micronesia, I'll discuss the similarity and differences on what they're doing with the issue. Okay. What do the things that they have in common for both of the issues is that some of the aspects of life are being polluted and threatened. Well, of course, with the landfill, life can humans, animals, it can just be affected by that negatively. And to an appealing effect, it's not that great, especially for tourists. And, people come here to see beauty, pristine, nice backgrounds, as like this image here. A nice background and a beautiful landscape, but not to this, potentially this. Uh, yeah, that could be threatening not only the human life here, but the economics of Hawaii as well. and possibly even Micronesia as well. For these small, beautiful islands, they are not meant to be presented like this, like that, like this. They're not presented like this. And in terms of the solution, they're finding ways to resolve it. But in their common ways of trying to resolve, their methods of trying to deal with it are different. And this begins the differences of the issues in terms of how they really want to deal with it. In Hawaii's case, according to Hawaii News Now, they've been talking about doing an expansion of the Waimanalo Gulch landfill area. From that point, just looking at that, it's not getting rid of the trash. You're just adding more land to add more trash, which is going to cause more problems in the long run if you think about it. Another solution that was proposed for the Hawaii's to deal with Hawaii's landfill issue, it was to take a whole bunch of the trash that we have here already, compile it and place it in a shipping container. And according to what the Huffington Post said again, they were able to send it to a landfill near an Indian reservation in Washington State. That's not really trying to resolve anything, but it's packing it up, just letting someone else deal with the problem instead of dealing it as Hawaii is dealing it itself. You're just sending the problem somewhere else. Anyway, those are the solutions that were different for Hawaii. Now, in terms of what FSM are doing with their issues, they're doing an alternative switch up on the products they use. They're switching up toxic products that they use for whatever they need to do, like cleaning and all that, to products that are non-toxic, that potentially not harmful to the environment even if you use it. And another thing that they're going to be doing is managing their toxic products and keeping them in a safe place. Because a lot of the chemical spills can occur not only because people actually are using it, but sometimes people forget, and over time the container degrades, and that's how the chemicals spread out through the land, especially for islands that are surrounded by water. Toxic materials can easily flow through that. Well, those are the differences between the stuff, but out of those differences, there's one more similarity that came up between Hawaii and Micronesia's solutions in terms of what they're going to do. The similarity is that they both cost money. To send the trash away to another place, that costs money, including just the paying for their shipment, gas, and the crew to send it. Or to expand the land, you need to go buy more land and just expand and have more people to work on it. And of course, with switching up products in terms of what Micronesia is doing, you gotta had to change what you had to do, and that costs a lot of money. Well, that's it for this video. Hope you learned a lot, and hopefully you have a great semester. Bye!